Section 2.2, the cout object. The cout object is being used to display on the screen of your computer the message that you have inside a string of character. You use the stream insertion operator, or two less than sign with no blank between them, to send to your object cout the message that you want to send out. In this example, we are trying to display on the terminal the word programming is fun with exclamation at the end. We put that string in the double code and we use our insertion operator, the double less than sign, to say the cout will take its message from this string, and we end our statement with the semicolon. The cout can be used to send more than one item to the screen. Let's look at one example. We have cout double less sign or insertion operator hello. Notice that the hello ends with a blank and close the double quote, and again the insertion operator and the string there with the exclamation semicolon. This will have the same effect as having two statements, cout hello and cout there. They both will show on one line a series of characters that will say hello space there. Let's look at one more example. In this example, we have the output of programming is fun in one output line, although we use two separate cout statements. The first one will output programming is fun with a blank at the end of it, and your cursor is sitting at the position right after the blank. When the next cout get executed, the letter F from the word fun will follow that blank character, hence putting it on one line, and then end with exclamation mark. You have a manipulator that allows you to do a carriage return and go to the next line. It's just like a line feed, and that manipulator is end L. We can use end L manipulator to start a new line of the output. This will produce two separate lines with these two statements. The first one, the cout programming is outputted on one line with a carriage return, putting the cursor at the beginning of the next line, and the cout on the second statement will output the word fun exclamation. Here is an example of how the execution of these two statements will produce the output on your CRT or your console. You do not put the end L in the quotation mark. You just basically write it as end L. Be very careful. One of the most common programming errors that the beginners will get is they misspell the word end L, and for the last character they put a 1 instead of L. And since on the terminal the both character kind of is closely look like the same, it's hard to debug. Always retype if you have difficulty distinguishing between the L or a 1 at the end of the end L. There's another character that you can use for skipping to the next line, and that's \n. It got to be 2 characters with no space between them. You can use \n to start a new line feed in the output. Again, in this example, you would have 2 separate lines as the output. The first line for cout programming is will be printed on the first line. When you reach \n, the cursor will be to the next line, so the next statement, cout, will start printing font exclamation on the next line. Here is the example of your execution for these 2 statements. You can embed this \n anywhere in your text as long as the 2 characters of the / and and are next to each other. You cannot break them into 2 parts in different lines. This would be the end of section 2.2.